There are a few important things about being an overachiever that I found in my own life and those of others who I work with. These women are driven, they are smart, they are ambitious, they are problem solvers, reliable and loyal. They also regularly take on too much. Hi, I'm Maryanne Nicholls. This video is part of a series of videos on why strong women burn out and how to stop it. Today, my focus will be on why smart, driven women keep getting stuck. Overachievers are, in a very particular way, eternal optimists. Have overly flexible boundaries in that they are consistently taking on responsibilities that aren't theirs to take, and that often make them the target if things go wrong. And they almost always serve a supporting role to somebody else, even if they're near the top of an organization. Even if, at the same time, they long for their own successful business. These traits and many others we possess are strengths. These are strengths of ours that we have developed over our lifetime. They are powerful, and they are what we rely on to get us through the day. But here's the thing to remember. Even though these are strengths, they are also the very ways we sabotage ourselves, our Achilles heel, if you will. Let's look at some of these strengths and see how they can also cause us pain. The first strength I want to look at is having overly flexible or porous boundaries. Boundaries are the limits and rules we set for ourselves within relationships. We establish these limits and rules very early in our lives. They become a part of how we navigate our daily lives. Sometimes, in order to become valued and feel indispensable, we overstep our own boundaries. They become porous. If we don't close those holes of having porous boundaries, it will eventually lead to burnout. Another strength is being the supportive role we so readily fall into in our lives. Taking on the supporting role is something we are particularly good at doing. Being supportive helps us get to do things we want to do without being in the spotlight. Unfortunately, the downside to avoiding being in the spotlight is we get looked over and sometimes stepped on. Even worse, others who notice that we shy away from taking credit will sometimes take the credit that rightly belongs to us. Third and most critical of all our strengths is our drivenness. Drivenness is a key to all of the ways we got to where we are now, good and bad. Drive is essential to us. It feels great and it motivates us to get up every morning and keep going all day, every day. I'm pretty sure this isn't a surprise to you. If you're like me, you pride yourself on your drive and probably openly value it as much as I do. And so you should value it. Having said that, our drive can sometimes lead to burnout. And that's what I want to talk about in my next video, how to turn your drive into a life you actually want. I hope to see you there.